Steph, I heard you on TNT afterwards saying that you won this game, but you hadn't shot that well. Either you or Clay, maybe. Some things do. Do you feel like this was a game where you had to win it other ways, and you feel good about that because you imagine the shooting is going to come at some point?
Yeah, our defensive mindfulness was there. Obviously, Draymond was extremely aggressive from the jump. Wiggs played amazing. GP plus 25. Like, you get contributions from everybody, and shots that you feel like you can make. And the reason you take them, a lot of confidence in them. You hope that they'll start to fall, but the fact that we can control a game from the jump the way we did, handle that run the way we did, and then close out our fourth quarter strong was exactly how we expect to play, and just a matter can we take it on the road and win a must-win game on Friday.
Steph, when you get so many other contributions, does it feel like a lighter load for you than, say, a game 4 where you putting up 30 shots and running out?
Still got up 24, so it's just a matter of picking and choosing your spots. It's not really a lighter load because you're mentally still thinking the game and trying to counter all their defensive adjustments and what they're trying to do, and we're running more pick and roll, but I think it's just a great vibe when everybody who has the ball, whatever the play is, whatever possession is aggressive, and there's a lot of confidence that we can create good shots even if it's not me taking them.
Hey, Steph. Dre was talking about just how calm you were this morning. First of all, what was your mindset heading into the game? And second of all, how much confidence does it give you that in every playoff series you guys have seen since 2014, you've won or gone to the finals? It's finals or bust. So you guys have gone through and seen so many things and overcame so many things. How much confidence? Do you guys ever get phased?
I mean, yeah, it's coming off of tough losses, you get kind of shell-shocked and you have to look yourself in the mirror and understand what adjustments you need to make, and nobody likes that feeling. So there's a sense of being phased by that, but it's, to your point, we've figured out all the puzzles in the course of our history in the playoffs, and, I was calm mostly just because you remember just to have fun and enjoy this experience and the opportunity that we have to play at this level. Like, we're competitors and you hate to lose and you're doing everything you can to avoid that feeling. And even down 3-1, you understand what's at stake and what the consequences are if you lose another game. We're still living in that, but it's still reminding yourself to enjoy this, enjoy the competition, enjoy the work that goes into preparing yourself mentally and physically for each game, and then you allow yourself to get lost in the game that way. I think that's the best way to kind of approach it based on all the experiences that we've had. So, we have a lot of confidence that we can come back in this series, and until otherwise, we stay in that kind of mindset.
Steph, how much emphasis was it to play as fast as you possibly can, to just kind of run it at them as much as possible? Maybe not just for this game, but knowing that they've got a couple of guys that they really rely on, and maybe to get them running too.
I think it's up to mostly me, Draymond, JP when he's out there to do that, to push the pace. It's important just because they're at times a big team with AD. He puts a lot of pressure on you on the offensive end, so you try to create whatever advantage you can. That's a big thing, and part of that is just trying to keep them off the foul line as much as possible, just because that slows the game down and gives them free points, and they get to set their defense. So you want to get stops, but even if they do score, that is our advantage in the series, is our speed and the fact that I can push, Draymond can push, JP can push. We got guys running the lane in transition, space on the floor, so it's hard to do, but it helps us counter what they do well.
Steph, apart from the conversations that you guys are going to have as a team, that you're going to have with the coach, what are you going to do to prepare yourself to take this momentum following to Game 6 in LA and be able to bring it back home on Sunday?
I think just kind of take stock of what's happened Game 3, 4, and tonight, what we've done well. Like even the mental preparation is, understanding that we've played well enough down there to have won, both of those games. I know Game 3 was a blowout, but the first half, like there was a lot of good that we showed, and then obviously Game 4, knowing how that went. So accepting, our shortcomings there, but also understanding, we can make the necessary adjustments to hopefully get off to a good start in Game 6, give ourselves some momentum, put some pressure on them, and bring the effort and the competitiveness and the same fire we had tonight. So, that's the game plan, and again, just get lost in the game down there because it's going to be a fun atmosphere.
Do you like it when a playoff series dictates you guys run more pick and roll? I mean, obviously we know, traditionally what you guys like to do, but is it fun when it kind of demands it more?
It's more the narrative of just how hard it is to win 4 games in any series and the different adjustments that you have to make. Like, we've been in however many, 29, 8, 30, whatever series it's been since this run started. Whether we've swept the team or gone to 7 or lost, like it's always that game-to-game kind of adjustment that you love the most. Whatever the answer is, doesn't really matter. So, and we're also capable of playing a lot of different ways because of our personnel and the way that we do things. So yeah, I like it all, to be honest. You just try to figure it out.
Steve, over here, Steve said that at this point in your career, you really feel what needs to happen, what's required of you, whether that's 38 shots in Game 7 in Sacramento, 22 assists these last 2 games. How much better do you feel that than you did earlier in your career, maybe in 2015, at the start of this run? And how's it different kind of satisfaction when you are setting up your teammates as opposed to making 7 or 8 threes?
Yeah, it's the body of work that you can kind of tap into to, again, know how many different scenarios and situations that you've been in that I can build, tap into that confidence that I can do whatever the game requires. I just love this stage, so much, and not afraid of anything that's going to happen, and the outcome is just, again, getting lost in the game and understanding the versatility of being able to play a lot of different ways, and the confidence that I've been able to do it for a long time. So, and the trust that I have in my teammates to be along that journey with me. So, it's nice and blessed to be able to keep doing it even at this stage in your career. So, I don't want it to stop anytime soon.
Steph, with AD and his defensive impact, I don't remember seeing a guy that has created this kind of hesitation for your whole group around the rim. If you look at the series before tonight, were there times when maybe all of you look at the film and were there overcorrections? Were there just a lot of times when you see opportunities where because of the impact he's having, there's second guessing happening, and then why was tonight different?
He's a great defensive player. Like, he's smart. He's got size. He can move his feet. They have a certain system that tries to funnel everything to the paint where he's usually standing and disrupting a lot. After Game 1, you just had to feel it, for 48 minutes just to understand it was totally different than the Sacramento series. Like, they didn't have anybody with that type of presence. But there's also counters to it, and you got to trust that that you can create a good shot even with his abilities out there. You still get kind of lulled into it from time to time. Just that's how basketball goes, and he makes some amazing plays. But when we're decisive and we're organized in terms of our spacing and understanding you might not get all the way to the basket because he's down there, but somebody's going to be open and there's going to be another option. when we're locked in like that, good things happen. You look at the last 3 minutes of Game 4, like we kind of abandoned the things that were helping us, and you see the results. So it's just a matter of just being mindful of what you're trying to do at all times, knowing that he is a great enough defender that it requires it.
Quickly to that point, did you find something tonight? Does it feel like you found something with him?
No, it was more of the same of what we've done through the good parts of Game 3 and 4, mostly 4. So just gotta continue. You have to make him work. Like he's gonna make plays, and whether it's in the pick and roll or whether it's off the ball. But when we're organized, good things happen.
Steph, Draymond, back in Game 5 against the Kings, Draymond scored 20 points. Tonight, he scored 20 points. Besides just giving you another scorer, what does it do for the team when he's just being aggressive and attacking like that?
It just keeps everything balanced in terms of countering what teams try to do to take away our threes, our clean looks at the three-point line, driving lanes, where help defense is usually coming from. And I told him every play he made tonight, like, I love that aggressive, nature, because it just keeps the defense honest, and he's capable of making plays. So the first 3 was big to kind of get everybody's morale up, the emotions high. But then he was assertive, getting into the paint, finishing at the rim. He had a big shot in the 4th off of kind of a late second broken play. Timely baskets, and you have to keep the defense honest so they can't kind of load up, other places.
Steph, so how much do you like the Andrew Wiggins, the aggressive, he shoots 3 and attack the rings a lot?
It's the best version of who he is and how he can impact games. He played great defense all night on Bron, even though he made some tough shots. Like you said, the rebounds, the offensive aggressiveness, him getting up 18 shots is huge. We need that every night. And it's on us as a team to feature him too, at certain points of the game, because he has such an athlete and he can create his own shot. Gotta feed it to him and let him do what he does.
Steph, at the start of the series, it was you guys were throwing flowers at each other. LeBron, Steph, you guys, your longevity, everything else, and now it seems like Steve is talking a little bit about how the Lakers play. Darvin's talking a little bit about how you guys play. Do you feel like it's getting a little chippy? Does it feel like a chippy, more physical playoff series to this point?
I've seen it way worse. But the more you play a team, the more stuff comes out, and the power of this microphone and the gamesmanship back and forth, like, it's all a part of it. Nothing that is surprising, even from game to game. So, there's respect, but there's competition, and everything is catered to just trying to win 4 games. That's what you expect. So, yeah.
As a quick follow-up, do you anticipate AD will play Game 6?
I have no idea what happened to him and what his situation is, so I would say yes, but I have no idea.